Welcome to HTM on the Line. I'm your host, Bryant Hawkins Sr. This week's podcast will discuss who has the controlling power in the HTM industry. As you assume powerful roles, people assume that you have the power. But that assumption dissipates over time if you don't own your power. For authentic power does not come from an external source or important title. True personal power is generated from within. Owning your power gives you the credibility to be successful. Owning your power leads to increased confidence and an understanding of how you can help others make decisions and achieve their objectives. Owning your power allows you to stand up for yourself, negotiate for yourself, demonstrate your strength while admitting when you're wrong. It takes power to allow yourself to be vulnerable and compassionate without losing yourself in the process. The good news is that we all have power. The trick is to connect with it and own it. Now let's get into this week's podcast. When you come out of a storm, you won't be the same person that walked into it. That's what the storm is all about. When you can't control what's happening to you, control how you respond to it. That's where your power is. Use your power to embrace the process. You ask, what process? The HTM process. If you have something you want to do in this HTM industry, you must have the courage or power to act. But keep in mind, what you want will move, so you must adjust and adapt. For example, when you go to sleep, you pretend to be asleep until you fall asleep. Becoming who you want to be in the HTM industry is no different. When you decide who you want to be, like in February 2023, you must realize that's who you were. For you to become who you want to be, tap into your power and start behaving like you already that person. And then you will materialize into that person. If you may encounter some failures, like separation from a job, you were demoted from a position, you was not chosen for the job you wanted, did not get the approval for a training you requested, or maybe you have some personal issues, you're going through a divorce, or health issues. This hardship will either be the reason you don't make it, or it will be the story you tell when you do make it. Your inner will or power gives you that choice. You will be mad too, and you have been in that position for the last 10 years, and you are wondering why you are not being provided an opportunity to grow. You have the talent, skill set, and ability to succeed, but do you have the guts to fail? You work on IV pumps, vital sign monitors, hospital beds, etc. See, you may be that technician who work on equipment, but when a difficult piece of equipment breaks, you call in a vendor, or you ship out to the OEM to repair. I'm not disrespecting any third-party vendor or OEMs, but as an HTM professional, you have to believe you are just as capable of repairing that same equipment. The problem is, this be made to see the people who are doing these repairs as special. You look up to them and you admire them. Newsflash, they are built no different than you are. They may just have more training or exposure. Next time a difficult repair gets before you, tap into your power and address the issue. Utilize all your resources. One of your colleagues with more experience, utilize him. Shoot an email out to your entire company asking for assistance with this piece of equipment that's difficult for you. If you're on LinkedIn, reach out to one of your connections. If you exhausted your options and you only have one choice, and that is to send out to an OEM or a third-party vendor, that's okay. You did everything within your power to solve it. Now it's time to investigate some training on this equipment, so this will not be the challenge next time. That's the beauty of this HTM industry. You can always obtain a new skill set, but to obtain that skill set, you must want it. Nobody would just walk into the biomed shop and start passing out skill sets. Here's a skill set for you. Here's a skill set for you. You have to want that skill set. And the only way you can take care of that want for that skill set is to use your power or will. You are the best biomed tech already. You are the biomed tech that other people will love. All you must do is give yourself permission to become that biomed tech. That is going to require you to get uncomfortable. That's going to require you to put yourself out there. Biomed techs is not going to get it until they get it. Biomed techs, use your power and go get it. Successful HTM professionals do not value motivation at all. They never think, do I feel like doing this? They think like this: how do I get things done regardless of how I feel? That's the mindset of a successful HTM professional. If you only execute when you feel like it, you will not be successful 100 out of 100 times. What will it take? It will take you using your power and becoming disciplined. Being in the military does not make you a disciplined person. Being in a disciplined family does not make you a disciplined person. You have biomed techs saying, I wish I worked for this company or this manager because his team or organization is disciplined and do things the right way. None of those things make you disciplined. You must use your power and become disciplined. What do you do when 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 biomed techs are all disciplined, though? What if you're not the only one who is disciplined and want what you want? You must use your power and grind. Instead of giving an 80%, give 110%. Use your inner will. Use your power. It's true, you do work 8 hours a day, but you can put more into your HTM career if you get into some personal training afterward. So you have to invest in yourself if you want to be that person that stands out from the crowd. Everybody works 8 hours a day. You have to find something different that can set you apart from the rest. That will require you using your power. The way you utilize your power, it's all in your mind. See, it's a mindset. If you continue to believe as you always have, then you will be the biomed tech you have always been. You will continue to get the results you have always gotten. To get different results, you must change your mindset. As your mindset changes, your experience and advancements will change also. I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana, and we have a lot of oak trees and pine trees. A pine tree grows and matures very fast. The oak tree grows and matures very, very slow. Which one lasts longer? Which one is stronger? Which one has more shelter for birds, for people? Which one, when it cuts down, has more value for its lumber? Moral of the story? That pine tree grows fast. What value does it have though? But that oak tree grows very slow. Because of the slow growth, it produces much more value. As an HTM professional, we want to be like the oak tree. Take your time and gain knowledge, wisdom, and experience. We all know wisdom comes from experience, and experience takes time. The more experience you have, the more you learn from that experience. resulting in you being wiser HTM professional. I can't predict your future in the HTM industry, but just know the struggles along the way are only meant to shape you for your purpose in the HTM industry. People are annoyed by the struggle, but just understand you don't have all the struggles in the industry. You just have your struggles. So go through the wrongs so you can get it right. People say every time you fail, you need to jump right back up. Next time you fail at something, how about you stay down there for a second and understand why you lost? What are the reasons for this failure? So if you have to stay down there for seconds, minutes, hours, or days, take whatever time you need. It will require your power, though, to sit in your failures and process them. But when you get up, you will be smarter. We all have a list of what we want to be in this HTM industry. I should be a BMed 2 after 2 years in the industry. I should be a laser specialist. I should be a lead tech. I should be a manager. I should be a regional director. I should be a vice president. I should. People don't achieve their shoulds and they get mad at themselves, management, or even the organization they work for. This is where you use your power and turn all your I should to a I must. Now the things you say should happen, must happen. I'll ask all of you who are listening, how do you use your power in the HTM industry? They have so many ways in which you can do this. Speaking to the BMed ones right now, how can you use your power? Stay hungry and stay humble. Stay hungry to learn as much as you can from your mentor, manager, or colleagues. Stay humble. You won't get a false sense of success if you happen to progress faster than the normal BMed 1. So that humility is extremely important for a BMed 1. A BMed 2 and 3. Stay hungry, stay humble, and I'm going to add another one to it. Stay ambitious. I spoke on hungry and humble, but ambitious, this is something a lot of BMeds lack. They get stuck in a rut and don't know how to get out of it. Remain ambitious will make you continue to strive for advancement despite any rejection that may come your way. Managers, stay hungry, stay humble, stay ambitious, and care. Use your power to care for all the people that report to you. Not just care for them as humans, but care for them as an HTM professional, making sure they all reach their full potential under your watch. See, this word power, it's a strong word. Some words we can substitute for power: privilege, sway, command, management, influence, importance, and I'm sure we can name many more synonyms for power. What is one thing everyone in the HTM industry can use their power for? Sharing the beauty of an industry we all love and care about. We can share this at middle and high school career days, share it with family members, friends, colleagues, and other departments within the hospital, and even strangers we come upon. There is a saying, don't go where the path may lead, but go where there is no path and leave a trail. Let's find that untraveled path and leave an healthcare technology management trail. As always, thank you for listening. Please share my podcast on all your social media outlets. Until next time, be safe out there.